Well, hello and welcome back to beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. This is Niall Silverman joining you for some fantastic baseball here in the Northeast. We have the number 7 seed currently in Region 2, Salve Regina, playing against the number 5 seed, Mitchell University. Now, for all those who are wondering, this region is the Northeast. And so far, the Seahawks have played 4 of the teams in the top 7, or 3 of the teams in the top 7. They are the 7th team. And in those matchups, they are over 500. They played Eastern Connecticut State, who's the number 1 seed, and they lost there 9-5. However, they have played against Roger Williams, and they are 1-0-1 in that series matchup. And then there is also the matchup that happened against the matchup that will be coming up against Endicott, and that will be the next matchup. And that'll be an all-important series ender, season ender for the Seahawks, who are going to be fighting for that number 1 seed in the CCC in the final weekend series against Endicott, which will be coming up next weekend. But this weekend, we have a phenomenal game on deck. Nick Colano is today's starter, number 30. This is his 4th start of the year. In his last start, he went 4 innings of no-hit baseball back against Johnson and Wales University. And in those 4 innings, he looked sharp. He didn't have the 3 walks, but he was basically untouchable. Had a lot of strikeouts, and the contact that was made was not hard contact. His first pitch here today just misses down. The key to success for Colano today is going to be command of that fastball. He has great off-speed stuff, and his fastball gets up to 90-91. A fastball there off the plate away. But if he can locate that fastball, it allows for him to use that changeup and curveball, similar to how Dom Parachi has that key to success of commanding the fastball. He does it well there. Count moves to 2-1. But Colano, as a freshman, has primarily used the 4-seam only so far this year. And given that he doesn't have the 2-seam, his fastball, if it is his only pitch, will be one that is able to get timed up, especially if they know the counts he's going to have to use it in, because he will use his fastball as pitch number 1 and then move to his curveball and his changeup to finish off the repertoire if he's able to use that fastball. But now he's in a 2-2 count, goes with the fastball. This one popped up and out of play. So what he's looking to do is get ahead early and then have that changeup and have that curveball that he can play with that upper 80s, low 90s fastball. Again, the 2-2, and again it's fouled off. This one, Canoe is giving chase. He stops giving chase. Bounces down into Carr Alley. But this is a big matchup for the Seahawks. This is not a start that they're giving to Colano because, it's not quite all that important. Absolutely not. This is a freshman, but he's one of our guys. Big game here. Fastball, it's close, just misses. The count moves 3-2. Up in the zone there. Colano with a good start here. Sets himself up as a viable starting option. Another pop-up. This one hit right side. It's playable. Petrosino is there. He's under it. Reaches up and makes the catch. So 1 up, 1 down for Nick Colano. Good start to the day for him. The 4-inning start that he had against Johnson and Wales was his longest start of the year. His best start of the year for sure. His stuff has never been the question. It's how long can he play into the game and how well can he command that fastball. Good start there. Just missed. Bit down and in. 1-0 count. Colano kicks. Delivers. And he's again down 2-0. He missed with that one just above the letters. A little bit outside. Fastball's coming here. And it's up. Count moves 3-0. We'll see if he goes to the curveball. See if he can start to command it. Mitchell, a very good team. They're 23-9 so far this year. They can really swing it. Good fastball in there. 3-1's the count. Again, Colano 3-1, and that one's in there for a strike. So now he's brought it back to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a big pitch here. He kicks, he delivers. 3-2 pitch, swung on, hit right side. Veneruso there, throws first in time, and that will retire the 2-hitter. Down goes Bo Hunter. And just like that, there are 2 outs. So a really good job by Colano. He's found himself in 3-ball counts in both of the first 2 at-bats. And this last batter, he was down 3-0. But we are here with 2 outs and nobody on. So a good job to salvage the at-bats. And now he's trying to get out of the inning unscathed. He's against the 3-hitter. Starts it off with a strike. Curveball there, sharp break to it. Count moves 1-1. Colano hears from the dugout, win your evens. We'll see what he does here. Most likely the fastball does go to the fastball, and it's fouled back. His last 4 fastballs have been really well placed. He's now up in a count 1-2, and he's trying to get out of this inning 1-2-3 to start the first. Good start to the day for Colano if he can get out of this one. Here it is, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, hit left side, but foul. Well, here he goes again. His fastball has been good as of recent. The 3 pitches he has thrown have been fastballs. He missed there with the fastball up in the zone. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Just barely caught a piece of it. Was their 3-hitter. So back to 2-2. This is De La Cruz. And again, the 2-2 pitch from Colano. Curveball swung on, hit hard, but foul. The at-bat continues. Colano working quick. The 2-2 pitch again swung on and fouled off yet again. Pitch number 8 of this at-bat is coming up. Good job by De La Cruz to keep himself in the battle. That one was a curveball well located by Colano. Down and out. He just put his bat out there and got a piece of it. So he again will be in the 2-strike count. The 2-2 pitch from Colano. Fastball fouled off again. Colano having to work here in the first. 24th pitch upcoming. It's a curveball hit left side. There goes McCarthy. It's a tough play. He's not able to make the play. It goes off the heel of his glove. E5 there by Will McCarthy. He came over charging to his left. Had to make a quick play with the glove and then transferred over to his hand and throw it to first. Was not able to do that quite in time. And on the transfer, he misplayed it slightly. Runners on first, De La Cruz. Up now, Martinez. Up now is Yaborski. First pitch to him. Good change up there from Colano in there for a strike. Hunter Yaworski. And now Colano up in the count 0-2. Good job here to the 4-hitter Yaworski, brother of Bo Yaworski, who was the 2-hitter. Roles flipped. Brother Bo was up 3-0, and now this brother down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch swung on, fouled off yet again. A lot of fouls so far today, and this will give head coach Eric Sorella his first chance at a play. He picks it up cleanly. He doesn't transfer. He'll hold on to that one. Count stays 0-2. Colano has his set. Looking to end the first. And the pitch, fastball just low. The Seahawks today wearing the blue jerseys with the pinstripe pants. Now the 1-2. Curveball, and that appeared to hit him, and it did. So right on the heel. Yaworski is going to head on over to first base in a bit of pain. It looked like it hit him right in the heel, right above the shoe. We'll see if he gets a pinch runner. For now, he appears to be injured. We'll see how injured he is if we're just shaking it off. And he will shake it off, so he's going to stay in the game. Although he's running now, he's trying to get all that, I guess, pain out of his heel, jumping around. The coaches haven't identified anybody in the dugout, so Jaworski is certainly going to stay in the game for now. Up now is Lilo Martinez, the 5-hitter for Mitchell here. Runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. No shift on the infield. Veneruso playing a little bit into the 3-4 hole. First pitch from Colano missed up high. He's getting close to his 30th pitch of the inning. That was pitch number 30. And now Veneruso moves a bit over from the 3-4 spot back over to on top of second base, playing probably 15 feet off of it. Now he retreats back. This one popped up out of play. This is certainly a battle here for the Seahawks in the top half of the first inning. A battle for the Seahawks and for Nick Colano. He's looking to retire the side. The pitch to Lilo is just low with the fastball, so now the count does move to 2 balls and 1 strike. Bit of pressure here. We'll see what he goes with. This is one of those pitches that he'll go with his comfortable pitch. If it's going to be the fastball, that's the most likely option. It'd be a confidence booster if he's able to get a curveball over here. He does go with the fastball. Just missed. Oh, he got it for the strike. Great pitch. It was right on the corner. Now the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. He's 1 pitch away from ending this inning. Colano has his set. Veneruso backs off the 2-2 off the plate away. Well, a battle was forming, and a battle is now here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top half of the first. Both teams looking for momentum to go their way. Colano steps off, checks back to second. Mitchell, the loudest they've been today. Here he goes. Colano has his set. Checks second. He kicks and checks back to second. The check there. The runners will be moving with 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Colano kicks, delivers. There go the runners. Popped up. Out of play. Mitchell came into this game hitting over 290 as a team. A very good hitting team, and they're continuing to put barrels on balls, or at least bat on ball. A lot of foul balls so far in the top half of the first. Here's the 3-2 again. Fastball chopped, left side. Here goes Cicada. He fields it cleanly. He throws to first. It's not in time, but the big Canoe with a great tag. Canoe comes off the bag, ends up tagging the runner. The throw took him off first base, but we have the 6'5" Tyler Canoe over at first base. He makes the catch and tags the runner as he's attempting to step on first. Great play by the infielder, the 6'5" junior first baseman Tyler Canoe with a run-saving play. So that'll do it here for the top half of the first, and we are going to move to the Seahawks side of the first inning. It is 0-0, bottom of the first when we come back. And welcome back. It's Seahawk baseball. Niall Silverman here. Matt D'Amato was going to lead it off for the Seahawks, and he had one heck of a day yesterday afternoon. He had 2 leadoff walks, which is it's the best way to achieve a walk. There's no better walk than a leadoff walk. First pitch to him swinging. The best way to start a game is get a runner. Well, any guy that gets on base first, second, third, even a home run to lead off an inning is a huge momentum booster. But if you can get the walk, that's one of the best ways that you can just have a good at-bat without having to use the bat. So he did that twice, and then he had the 2-run home run that broke open the game from 3-1 to 5-1, and then he had a single to left field through the 5-6 hole. So he had a really good day yesterday. He is down to the count 0-2 here. Check swing, and he fouls it off. As I was saying yesterday, Matt D'Amato is one of those players that if he's able to catch fire, it will be an absolute difference maker. His floor is the 290 he's at. He is a phenomenal hitter. And now that one misses up high. He's one of those guys that if he hit 400 over the course of the season, you wouldn't think twice about it. He's that good. He's been playing really well as of late. Now the 1-2, and again up high. 2-2 is the count. This whole team has been hitting well, though. Over the last 3 games, the Seahawks have scored 35 runs against a good gauntlet of teams, including Roger Williams, who's ahead of them in the region, the Northeast region. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So that'll do it for D'Amato. And that'll bring up Dustin Cicada, the 2-hitter today. But there were 35 runs in the 3-game series that included New York University twice and Roger Williams yesterday. And during that period of time, the 35 runs, there were 14 Seahawks who achieved a hit during that time. Truly phenomenal. If you get 14 guys to get a hit over the course of the season, you think of yourself, well, we had a pretty good year. So over a 3-game stretch, it's a really impressive feat for the team. Of course, scoring 35 runs is more impressive. And after that pitch, the count evens up to Dustin Cicada at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cicada's been on a tear. He's got a 10-game hit streak. His average now well above 300. He sees that one low. It was low. We'll see how the umpire plays this. It looked as if he had a small zone when he was working with Colano, but you learn more things as more time goes on during the course of the game. That was a curveball that was low. We'll see if that repeats itself. Good piece of hitting there by Cicada. He fouled off an inside curveball. The pitcher falls down on that one. The pitch is fouled back by Cicada. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the 1-2 pitch to Cicada. Swung on and missed. It does bounce in front of the dirt. There's the catcher. Throws the first in time, and that will retire the 2-hitter Cicada. So 2 up, 2 down, both via the strikeout. And now that brings Dylan Ketch up to the plate. We'll see if Dylan goes for a long at-bat here. It'd be nice for him to see the zone a bit more because Colano was squeezing a few pitches. And for Dylan Ketch to be able to get a better feel for what that zone is, it will help him behind the plate for the freshman. So we'll see what he does here. A very good hitter. He'll do what he thinks he should. Good take there for him, and he's learning from that. So that was just below the knees. Fastball. Swung on hit. Very hard out to right field. It might have a chance. It is off the base of the wall. And it is out of here. Solo home run for Dylan Ketch. His first of the year. I thought it had bounced. It didn't. It just kept going. So that is the first run of the game for the Salve Seahawks. Talking about a good piece of hitting Dylan Ketch. He says, how about I learn more about the zone by taking the ball you put in the zone over the fence. The score now 1-0 after that Dylan Ketch solo home run. Right down the right field line and out of here. The dugout goes crazy. That was his first of the year. That brings up Tyler Canoe. And just like that, again, the Seahawks score in the top half of their half of the first inning. They did it yesterday. They put up 3 when they needed it most. And now today with the freshmen going, it's never a bad idea to get runs up on the board as early as you can. And Dylan Ketch starts that party with a solo home run. He just turned on that inside fastball and sent it over the right field wall. Now Canoe down 0-2. This one hit up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop. He fields it cleanly, and he throws to first in time, so a good piece of fielding by the shortstop. And that'll do it for the Seahawks here in the bottom half of the first. They get 1 run. Nobody's left on base, and we got some excitement via the Dylan Ketch home run, his first of the year. The Seahawks are on top 1-0. The top of the second is on the way when we come back. And welcome back to historic Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. We're back for the top half of the second inning. Nick Colano out there for the Seahawks. He had a hitless first inning, and he starts off with a curveball here. It was missed. Down in the zone. I was able earlier today to have a conversation with Michael Breen, and he's in good spirits. He was very dejected. He was disappointed when he had to be taken out of the lineup due to the wrist injury that he has. I know that was hard for him for a few days, but he's in good spirits now, which we're all very happy to see. Good pitch there from Colano, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one hit hard left side, but foul. Brain is part of that younger class that is just off the charts good. He was just missed with the fastball outer half. Good fastball there from Colano is just off the black. Doesn't get the call. Most times you will. He's going to go here with the 2-2 pitch. It's the fastball, and it's missed up. But that sophomore class has Tyler Petrosino, the all-conference outfielder, Brandon Grover, the sophomore captain, and most likely will be an all-conference award winner. Here's the 3-2 from Colano. Fastball, fouled back. Will McCarthy's a junior. Tyler Canoe a junior. Colano today's starter is a freshman. Matt D'Amato's a junior. Chris Veneruso a junior. So to have that class coming back for next year, I mean, it's already been an incredible year, so you can begin to think what another year will do, but we're shooting for the College World Series this year. Here's Colano. Fouled off. Another 3-ball count. We'll see if Colano's able to win this one. The 3-2 pitch. He kicks. He delivers. It is swung on. It's hit the right side. Tough hop off of the glove of Canoe. And Falk will reach base for the first time today, something he's used to doing. He's one of 4 hitters on this Mitchell team that's hitting over the 300 mark. So another error by the Seahawk defense. Canoe is one of the more sure-handed first basemen you're going to get in the Northeast, and he now has his first 2 errors of the season on back-to-back days. This one is hit hard, high. Cicada under it. He calls everybody off. He's there. He makes the catch. He was trained as an outfielder, so for him, those big league pop-ups that can be difficult for infielders are some that he has practiced enough time to not have a trouble with. So he's under it. It was a lot of spin on that ball. It was spinning out towards left field, and then it came back on him, a lot of backspin. Cicada plays it very well. A quick first out of the inning. Fastball misses. That was Jose who popped out to shortstop, and up now is Robbins, the right fielder. Another fastball. That one fouled off into the dugout. And if I'm seeing it correctly, Jason Arrigo with the first play of his day from inside the dugout. Fielded it cleanly. Catch now 1-1. Colano has his set. He kicks, he delivers, and it looked good, and he gets the call. You're starting to build what that zone looks like for the umpire. It does change every day. Depending on the umpire, you're going to get different zones. Some umpires will have a zone that's low, north-south. Some will have east-west. But there aren't repeat umpires all that often in the CCC, especially non-conference, a rotation of umpires. And so this is an umpire we haven't seen yet so far this year, and we're building what that zone looks like. There are no robo umpires at the D3 level, nor are there really anywhere. So you're going to have changing zones over time. That was a fastball there that just missed down in the zone. So aside from facing a good team, Colano has his work cut out for him. Not by really what I would consider to be a bad zone, but just a tight zone. He's got another 3-ball count. There's the 3-2 pitch. It's hit hard but foul. Third base line. Three-two yet again. Back into the box steps Robbins. He's looking to win the count. So is Colano. We'll see who does. 3-2 pitch. Again, fastball hit hard. Cicada there. Fields it cleanly. Throws to first, and a great pick by Tyler Canoe. Great job. He stays down on that ball. Cicada fired it over to the first. He had to get rid of it quickly for the speedy runner Robbins, and Canoe picked it out. Tough pick, and he did it well. So great play. And now there are 2 outs. Cicada's been on the fielding end of both of them. And now the 9-hitter, Adorno, up for Mitchell. He's the second baseman in today's game. Colano, first pitch, swung on, popped up. Right side, Canoe's giving chase. We'll see if he's able to get there. It looks as if he has a play. He goes down the hill. Does not make the play. There was no play to be made. For those of you who have been to Salve Regina Field, Reynolds Field here, there's like a lip, basically, that takes you off of the field of play, but it's still in play. So there's a hill that you have to run down. So at full speed, you're always a tad bit nervous for the player, but Canoe's able to keep his wits about him, stays upright. 0-1 is the count. Canoe over at first. Pitch from Colano in there for his strikes. Now Colano up in the count 0-2. He's looking to end the inning. He's only 1 pitch away from doing it. He's looking for his first strikeout. The 0-2 off the plate away. Good pick by Ketch. The outfield is shaded. I wouldn't call it a shift, but they are shaded in for a single through one of the infield gaps on the ground. There's going to be a play at the plate. This one swung on and missed, so that'll do it for the top of the second. Colano again works himself out of trouble, and he gets his first strikeout in the process. He still has not given up his first hit. Good work for him. We're headed to the bottom half of the second. The Seahawks are on top. Score 1-0. Bottom half of the second on the way. And welcome back to the bottom half of the second inning. Will McCarthy is going to be leading it off for the Seahawks, and he takes the first pitch off the plate away. Will McCarthy looking to continue his excellent stretch that he's been having. Call it a bull run. His numbers have been shooting through the roof. For reasons like this, he doesn't chase. He's up in the count 2-0. 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit right side. It might be playable. We'll see. And it is not. Foul ball down the first base line. Count moves to 2-1. Will certainly happy about that. It was just trickling down the first base line. The first baseman was hoping it would spin back into fair territory so we could pick it up and step on first, as it was right there. It just did not. So Will's still alive. It's up still in the count, 2-1. Hitters count for now. And that one's off the plate away, so certainly a hitter's count. 3-1. An inner half fastball to Will McCarthy might be trouble for the Mitchell pitcher. Now the 3-1 pitch, and he takes it for ball 4. So it was upstairs with the fastball, and that is the first walk issued by Mitchell, and it goes to McCarthy. Tyler Petrosino now up for the Seahawks. Ryan Solomine on the mound for Mitchell University. Mitchell College. Their athletic director, Matt Finlayson, has history with Salve. This one hit left center field. It's got a chance. There's the left fielder. He calls it off. He reaches up, and he makes the catch. So one out, loud out for Tyler Petrosino as McCarthy trots back over to first. But Matt Finlayson, the athletic director for Mitchell College, did come over from Salve Regina University. A Salve grad and baseball player. And now with one out, the sophomore captain, Brandon Grover, steps up to the plate for the Seahawks. He's looking to do some damage. Check back to first. Not in time. And the first pitch to Grover is off the plate away. So just like that, 1-0. Brandon Grover getting into a hitter's count early and often. Ryan Solomine looking to close the gap, get it to 1-1. And he does not. Fastball up in the zone and away. We really are getting a feel for what that zone is. It is tight. It's a pro-level zone is the way that it looks as if it's going to be today. That pitch was at the numbers, check back to first, at the numbers, and just a touch off of the plate, called for a ball, which it is. Most times you'll see that pitch called for a strike at this level. You'll get about a half ball every possible way. Swung on, hit right side over the second baseman's head and down for a hit. There goes McCarthy. He's charging, but he will stop over at second. So a single for Brandon Grover. Second hit of the ball game for the Seahawks so far today, and it is a big one. Now with only one out, there's runners on first and second. And number 25, the senior, Jared Beniers, steps up to the plate. He's got himself a nice spot. He was 1 for 1 yesterday, came into the game for a pinch hit opportunity, and he delivered. Had the base hit, was a part of some runs scored during that inning. Here he is now, big spot. He lays down to bunt, pulls back, good curveball there from Holloman. Benitez doesn't now offer. The count does move. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch from Holloman. Swung on and missed. So now the count is 0-2. Favorable for the pitcher. There are no gaps on the infield. A very straight-up defense. No shifts infield or outfield. Now the 0-2. And it is in there for strike 3, so that'll do it for the senior, Jared Beniers. He goes down. And after that strikeout, we now have 2 outs. Score is 1-0, and the hottest hitter in the CCC, Chris Veneruso, steps up to the plate. He's got 1 runner in scoring position, 2 men on base. The first pitch to him, outside, curveball. Holloman appears to be throwing a curveball and a slider separately. However, sometimes he's getting break on his slider that is three-dimensional. So if he starts an inside slider and it doesn't break the way that he wants to, it will hang up there for a hitter. And this one hit. Center field giving chase. He's not going to get it. There goes McCarthy. He's going to have a play at the plate. The throw is offline, and there is run number 2 via the single by Chris Veneruso. He just stays hot. Is hot, stays hot. There we go. The score now 2-0, and that's a big one. You want to get your insurance run early and often, and now we have Matt D'Amato, the leadoff hitter, up for the Seahawks with runners on first and third. There are the 2 outs. Great piece of hitting, Chris Veneruso. He goes down and he gets one. He sees the curveball, he attacks it, and he sends it over. The pitcher doesn't like the fact that Chris Veneruso drove in the two-out RBI, checks back over to first. Veneruso wasn't even off the bag yet. Now here's D'Amato. First pitch to D'Amato inside. And there's that slider that I feel like Hollemein isn't going to want to be throwing in leverage counts because it's not breaking the way that he wants it to. His curveball is breaking the way that he wants it to. But his slider hasn't been sharp so far today. There's the fastball up and in. So now the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. And for a Salve Seahawk hitter to be able to basically rule out his slider as a viable pitch is a big part of taking advantage of a pitcher. Here's the 2-0. Fastball swung on. Good swing. Just missed. Yet again, a barrel by Matt D'Amato. Just missed. Fouled it off. When you miss on a foul ball and it goes straight back, what that means is that you just missed. You just missed hitting the ball a very long ways. But he won't get the chance to hit a ball a long ways. He's hit by the pitch there. That one was inside, and it caught his hip bone. And in moments like that, you are very happy that you get to the weight room and you lift legs, because if he didn't have that muscle down in his legs, that would have hurt. That was right on the hip bone. So he's shaking it off. He is going to be fine. But that has to hurt there for a second. D'Amato's tough, though. D'Amato is not the type of guy to come out of the game because he got hit by a pitch. Not too many guys on the Salve team are, but he's definitely not one of the ones that would. Then again, I don't think any of them would. Here's the 2-hitter, Cicada. Big spot for the senior captain. First pitch curveball in there for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit right field down the line. Right fielder's there, but he makes the catch, so that'll do it for the bottom half of the second inning. A good play by the right fielder. 3 men were left on base. We did score one via the Chris Veneruso single, and that will do it. Through 2 innings, the Seahawks are on top, 2-0. Out will come starting pitcher Nick Colano, looking to continue his nice start to the day. He still hasn't allowed a hit. Here we go, top 3 when we come back. And welcome back to the top half of the third. And there is a new pitcher in the game. It's going to be Nicholas Santo. Top of the order up now. It is Galindez up for Mitchell. Their first hitter. He's the shortstop. Made a very nice play back in the first inning. But with Colano, they were looking to get exactly what they got out of him. He went 2 scoreless, gave up no hits in the process. And this today is going to be what is called a bullpen day or a pen day. It's where your starter will go 2 innings, and then the next guy, Santo, is going to come in, and he'll get a chance to go 2, possibly 3, and then they're going to move it on to another guy. And it's just another one of those games where you're going to get a chance to see who's able to perform in the right spots so that when you come to a conference game like we have against Endicott next weekend, you're looking for how did this guy perform last week. So it was a great start from Nick Colano. They couldn't have asked for any more. There was a curveball from Santo, and wow, the shape on that was phenomenal. The count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if he goes back to it. I don't think he's touching that curveball. He does go back to the curveball. It's fouled off. Great pitch. Santo's able to locate a lot of pitches very, 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 very well. He has the curveball he can go to. He also has a dead straight fastball. He has a 4-seam fastball as well as a 2-seam, but he'll use the 4-seam more primarily. But most importantly, as he throws another 2-strike pitch, this one fouled off, he has a cutter that he'll go to often. It's a fastball for him. He commands it like a fastball. The slider can be a pitch that you're throwing. If you throw it a strike 60% of the time, that's a good pitch. He will locate his cutter as if it were just another fastball. We see it there. Doesn't get the call. It's just off the plate. That was it. Great pitch. Missed it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if he goes to the curveball. It's been great so far. It's the fastball. Hit right side. Veneruso, backhand play. Nice play. Throw first in time to get the speedy runner, Galindez. So first out of the inning comes via the ground out. Nice play, Chris Veneruso. He hit a range to his right. Tough play. Takes him back. He's probably about 110 feet away from the bag with a what would be considered to be a plus runner, possibly a green runner, depending on the vernacular that you use to describe how fast a player is. Seahawks would say green runner, but a plus runner. Veneruso fields it, immediately transfers it, takes a very minimal crow hop, throws to first on a line to get the out. Great play, Chris Veneruso. He's been a force on the field, in the box, every possible way. Shows it off again. This one hit high, center field. And Grover calls it off to make the play. So now we got 2 outs. 2 quick outs. Good communication there between the shortstop Cicada, the center fielder Grover, and the left fielder D'Amato. Anytime that there's a play where it really does draw all 3 positions to one focal point, it has to be communicated well. Otherwise, you're going to have 2 players thinking the other guy has it and that guy thinking somebody else is going to have it. But when you have a captain and an all-conference outfielder and another captain in the middle of all of that, they figured it out quite well. Grover came up with it. There's another one hit high and another Bermuda Triangle. Petro's there by himself. He reaches up. He makes the play. So that'll do it for the top half of the third. Ultra quick. The ground out, the pop out, and the fly out. And just like that, the Seahawks are getting their third at-bats of the year. Only 11 pitches from Santo. Great work. The bottom half of the third is coming up when we come back. And welcome back. Bottom three, we are there. Dylan Ketch is going to lead it off for the Seahawks, and he's having a good start to the day. He's 1 for 1 with a home run. He's also done a good job behind the plate, stealing a few strikes. He got one for Santo on a curveball, outside half, and he just caught it perfectly. So he's having a good day, looking to continue that stretch. He lays down the bunt, doesn't put it down, pulls it back. It was a strike. Colano's final line was 2 innings pitched, no runs, not earned, not scored, no hits. He had 1 strikeout, no walks, 1 hit by pitch. 2 errors did play, and that one's in for a base hit. So base hit number 2 for Dylan Ketch. Beautiful piece of hitting, outside fastball. He put barrel on it. He knows how to find the barrel on a baseball. He did it there, reaches out, makes connection, and he just goes the other way with it. Take your base hits anyway. He does it there. Barrel single for the leadoff man of this inning, and that brings up Tyler Canoe. The powerful right-handed bat. He has not gone yard in over a week and a half now. We'll see. He has gone yard recently against NYU. He is the leader in home runs for the Seahawks with 7. Outfield not shifted whatsoever. Center field are playing straight up. Left field playing left field. Right field playing right field. So the gaps are open. There was a check back to first. Not in time. Catch back safely standing up. Good curveball there. Called for a strike. So just like that, the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Solomon looking for his first out of the inning. The 0-2 pitch, fastball up in the zone, fouled off, hit right field, deep right field. There goes the right fielder. He reaches up and he makes the catch. Off the bat, it looked like it was going to travel foul. It did not. Stayed on a line out to right field, and that was about less than 10 feet away from being an oppo shot. Canoe didn't even catch that one all the way. He was a bit late on the pitch. Didn't quite get his hands through on the ball. It caught a barrel, but it wasn't how he'd like to catch a barrel, and it still traveled about 310 feet. Not the outcome he'd like, but a good show of power there. Dylan Ketch again back standing up. Will McCarthy up to the plate now for the Seahawks. Holloman has his set. He kicks. Delivers, swung on, missed. The throw is good, and it got Dylan Ketch. The hit and run was on. Oh. Sorella not happy with the call. There might be a conference. Doesn't appear that there will be. Although the umpire is hearing none of it. He talking back. He now walks over to the first base line. So that'll be that. It was a hit-and-run play. Will McCarthy swung at the fastball. That was way out of the zone, which you do. This one popped up right center field. There is the right fielder. He reaches up. He makes the catch. So just like that, the inning is over. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. Here in a minute, there was nobody left on. One runner did reach. It was on the single by Dylan Ketch. And we'll see if Nick Santo comes back for the top half of the 4th when we come back. And a welcome back top four there on the mound is the right-hander, Nicholas Santo. And the first pitch he throws is popped up right side. Veneruso calls everybody off. He's under it. He reaches up and makes the catch. Makes it look good. One pitch, one out. Just like that, Santo continues his good start to the day. And the second Jaworski brother, the center fielder, pops out to the second baseman, Chris Veneruso. Up now, Lilo Martinez at the plate. A big right-handed hitter. The first pitch to him called for a ball. Santo has his set. Great pitch. Appeared to be the curveball. Definitely was the curveball. We'll see how he's able to locate. We'll see how he's able to locate the cutter here in this at-bat. This is the best hitter on Mitchell's lineup. He's hitting .398 over the course of the year so far, through 30 games. So they have 32 games. So he has really been a force in the box. He could go to 400 if he has 2 hits today. So he is having a great start to the year, but he's down in the count 0-2. Fastball up in the zone, not there. Count moves 1-2. Count moves to 2-2. Count's even. We'll see if he goes with the cutter here. Just missed with the fastball up in the zone. The 2-2 pitch. It is the cutter. Not there. Now 3-2. Big spot for Santo. He has his set. He's got his sign. The 3-2 pitch on the way. It's a curveball, and it's up in the zone, so that'll be ball 4. Lilo Martinez reaches first base. And now Falk, another hitter that's hitting over the 300 mark. Batting for Mitchell College here. There's the one out. A ground ball gets him out of the inning. His 20th pitch upcoming. Ow, wow. Great pitch, curveball. Santo feeling it. He has great stuff. And he has good numbers, too. He's been a great pitcher this year for the Seahawks. He's only a sophomore. One of the Florida kids on this run. They didn't want to hit. Oh, left side. Great hit and run call. There's D'Amato, throws the third. It's not going to be in time. Absolutely perfect timing for a hit and run. That was a tailor-made, given no play was on. Given Mitchell College wouldn't have called a play there. That is the traditional 6-4-3 that gets you out of the inning. But the hit and run was on, and it was Dustin's job to cover second base with the right-hander up, expecting them to go the other way. If it were to be hit on the ground, it is hit right to the 6 hole, right where Cicada would have been, but he was covering second base, so it gets through the hole. That is a hit and run played to perfection. That was the first hit for the Mariners. They get it here in the top half of the 4th, and they needed it. Good curveball from Santo. It's down in the zone. Called for a ball. Well, now there's a good situation for Mitchell College, the Mariners, to score their first run of the day. Runners on first and third, only one out. Great pitch there from Santo. That's called for the strike. He is feeling it with his breaking stuff today. And I mean feeling it because he has a feel for it. I'm not quite sure how many times he's missed with his curveball. And the times that he has missed, it's been competitive misses. 1-1 count. He has his set. We'll see if the runner takes off from first. He does. Swung on, hit back up the middle. Santo has it. He got the runner at third. He's locked up. Ketch giving chase. Back to McCarthy. He runs down the runner at third, and now's a play at second. They won't go to second. Great job, Nick Santo. Nick Santo fields that ball. Takes a look over at second. As he turns to second, he sees that the runner from third took off. The runner from third does not stop. He's dead in his tracks halfway between third base and home plate. Santo moves towards him a little bit. The runner commits to home plate. Santo throws to Dylan Ketch. Ketch has it, chases him back to third base, throws it to McCarthy. McCarthy makes the tag. So 1-2-5 on the play, and that was a big out. Because the runner took off. They were not going to get the double play, and they retire the runner from third. The outfield shifts in. Great curveball to start this count. And now there's 1 strike, 2 outs. The closest runner to scoring is 180 feet away. All 3 arms from the outfield are plus. It'll be a close play at the plate for anything hit in front of the outfielders. That curveball is in there for another strike. So just like that, the count moves to no balls, 2 strikes. There are the 2 outs. Of course, anything hit into the gap scores the runner from second. But with a runner on third, anything hit for a single scores that runner. Now, with the outfield playing in a little bit, it most likely doesn't go that way. There will certainly be a play at the plate. Will we get there? I don't know. Here's the 0-2, and it's in there for strike 3. Nicholas Santo, well done. He had some trouble. Runners on first and third with only 1 out, and he gets out of the jam himself. Strikeout ends it. We're headed to the bottom half of the 4th. Seahawks on top, 2-0. And welcome back. It is the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tyler Petrosino's going to lead it off for the Seahawks. He's 0 for 1 on the day, but did have a long fly out to left center field. Drilled it. He lays down the bunt. He lays it down. It's going to be a close play at the first. Helinski has it, throws first in time. Beats him by a half a step. So Petrosino with the bunt attempt is going to be retired. He's another one of those Seahawk players who will go both ways. He can drive it over the left field wall, the right field wall. He has power to both sides of the field, but he also has the wheels to lay down a bunt whenever he feels like it. That, of course, given the situation, was not a sacrifice bunt attempt. He's trying to get on base via the bunt. He wasn't able to successfully do it. He was probably a half step away. And now another bunt attempt. This one is not bunted. This is Brandon Grover at the plate. He pulls it back. Somewhere in the dugout, they're screaming, "We don't bunt at balls." He now swings. He pops it up left field, in between the Bermuda Triangle. Shortstop, third base, left field. Shortstop's there. He makes the play. That shortstop's been playing really well today. Great defense for number 5. And with the 2 outs, that brings up the senior, Jared Beniers. Hello, Father and Mother Bingo, and all cousins and brothers of Bingo. Matty Beniers finished off the season for the Kraken just spectacularly. But here's his cousin, Jared Beniers. He fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Jared's having a great start to the year. He's hitting over 300. Not really a great start to the year. He's having a great year. We're more than halfway done. We're getting to the final stretch. This one hit hard, left side. Whoa! Almost picked by that shortstop. Wow. That was a great line drive by Jared Beniers, drilled right at the feet of the shortstop. The shortstop stays down on it, but just not able to make the play. It would have been SportsCenter worthy. We would have had to send that clip over, so that is a single. Jared Beniers stays through it, drills it. Hard line drive right to the shortstop's feet. Into the hole a little bit. And Veneruso up now for the Seahawks. Check back to first, not in time. Veneruso 1 for 1 on the day with the RBI single to drive in the second run of the game. The outfield has shifted in a little bit for him. He takes the first pitch in there for a strike. So now there are 2 outs, runner on first. Beniers has wheels. We'll see if he takes off. Venarusso's a guy that you'd like to have starting off an inning, and you'd really like to have a guy on second with 2 outs. We'll see if Beniers takes off sooner than later. If Bingo's able to identify a breaking ball down, he will take off. That was a fastball up in the zone. Missed inside. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And there goes Beniers. He's going. It was a curveball down. The throw is not in time. Beniers with a stolen base. So he read the curveball down, takes off, and he's now on second base. And that's a big deal. Chris Venarusso, as I've said multiple times, so many times, and I'll continue to say it for as long as it's a true, and it's been so true as of late, he's not a guy that's going to drill you into like the left center, right center field gas, but he's going to get his singles anytime that you leave a pitch up just like this. It's hit, but it fielded well by the first baseman. He steps on first, and that'll do it for the top half of the fourth. There was the single by Jared Beniers, but he's left on base. He got to second base. That was it. We're headed to the bottom half, or the top half of the 5th inning. The score is the Seahawks on top, 2-0. Nick Santo coming out for the 5th. And welcome back. It's the top half of the 5th. There's Nick Santo. Bunt laid down, but foul. Nick Santo has been particularly efficient so far today, and he's locating all of his pitches very, very well. That last pitch he threw was his 28th, so through 2 innings, he only threw 27 pitches, which is what will leave him out there for the 3rd. This will most likely be his last inning of work no matter what. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, missed it. His curveball has been so good today that pitch, which probably landed just at the plate, was his least competitive curveball that he's thrown. He's thrown probably about 10 of them, and that was a good curveball. But his curveball has been sharp. The break is nothing that you can even have a discussion about. It's been perfect. He throws another one. This one barely hit. Right side, Canu's there. He throws over to Santo, who steps on first for the out. So just like that, another out for Nick Santo. Efficiency has been the name of the game for him, particularly because that was the curveball. He's been able to locate that curveball to perfection. Even if he's throwing a ball with this curveball, it's close enough to the zone that you are not only fine with it, but like it's a good pitch. Because if you don't want to throw your curveball for a strike, which you don't if you're up 0-2, you want to generate a chase with it. He throws another one there, missed with it. You just want to put it in a spot that you're going to win. It's like when you're throwing to a receiver in the back of the end zone. You're going to put it in a spot where only you can win. You can't lose. So you don't want to hang a curveball, especially when you're up in the count. There's a good fastball. Gets the strike call. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's been just putting it out of the position where the offense for Mitchell College was able to do anything productive with it, which makes that a productive pitch for Santo. Very, very good today from Santo. He missed with the fastball there, off the plate away. His sequence so far has been fastball, or curveball, fastball, fastball. We'll see if he goes with the cutter here. 2-1 pitch. It's the curveball. Beautiful. Outside half, low, at the knees. Can't ask for more than that. Here he is, 2-2. Fastball down in the zone, fouled off right side, out of play. Just misses the opposing team's bus, the Mitchell bus. Rolls onto the house. Count back to 2-2. Expect the cutter here. And it is. Right side. Veneruso there. Great pick. He fields it. Throws to first in time, and that will retire. Number 5, the shortstop, Gardenias, who has been just unbelievable defensively so far today, but he is yet to achieve his first hit. 4-3 is the putout, his second consecutive time, going 4-3. And both times it's been a nice play by Veneruso. Another tough hop there for him. It's not like a tough hop because it's bouncing off of something, but it's just a short hop on the fourth bounce, which can be unpredictable. Curveball there from Santo. I mean, what more can you say? Done very well. He's up in the count, 0-1. Eddie Hardiman is up for the Seahawks, but this one fouled off, and now Santo's up 0-2. We'll see what they do here, because when they put Santo into the game, you expect a lot of every pitcher that you have, because if you're going to be a Salve Regina Seahawk pitcher, you're going to be good. We all know that. But you can't ask for more than what he's doing here today. It's spectacular. We'll see if they let him go 4. I doubt that they will, based off the game that they wanted to play. Canoe's there. He makes the play. He's going to run to first himself, and he makes the out. So a truly efficient and impressive 3 innings of work for Nick Santo. The plan was to have him go 2, possibly 3, but based off of how efficient and how well he's spinning his breaking balls and locating his fastballs, we'll see if they do go with Hardiman for the top half of the 6th. We'll certainly see when we come back. That's the expectation. But then again, Santo may have the chance to go 4. The score is Seahawks up 2-0. We're headed to the bottom half of the 5th. That will be when we come back. Welcome back. Bottom 5 baseball. Matt D'Amato at the plate. Matt D'Amato is looking for his first hit of the day, and it might be this one. Right field line. Oh, just foul. Struck really well there. That's the second solid barrel Matt D'Amato has found today. A good attempt there. He reached down to get the fastball, barreled it, well foul. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. He has 2 strikes on him. Fastball up in the zone, he lays off. Now he evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. D'Amato, a really good 2-strike hitter. He had his home run on the 2-strike count all yesterday. Here's the 2-2. And he holds off. Great take, Matt D'Amato. Another one of those takes that I love to see, every coach loves to see, and hopefully you guys love to see. It's when his lower half gives attempt to swing, but he just holds his hand back. It's what you teach every hitter to do. You could run a clinic just by watching that video. This one swung on, fouled off. Because the attempt, when you're a hitter, what you're taught to do is teach your lower half to be yes on every pitch. Your lower half is going for every pitch. And then you want to have fast enough hands to come through if the answer is yes. This one hit very hard right side and through for a base hit. D'Amato has his first hit of the day. Beautiful barrel from him there. But what you want to teach your hitters to do, and again, another barrel from Matt D'Amato, another hit here today. He had 2 yesterday. He has 1 here. He's also been hit by a pitch. This could be the final stretch of the year where Matt D'Amato really catches fire. I'm predicting it. I think it happens. So he now has his single. Been on base twice. But you teach guys to have their lower half engaged every pitch, and that's why it's so vital, as the check happens over to first, it's so vital that you have fast hands as a hitter, because if the answer is yes, you have very little time to decide that, and you can't decide to move both your hands and your feet at the same time. It's just too much work to do if you want to have control of the barrel. So you give off your lower half, and then if the answer is yes, you're firing your hands through the zone. He does it well, about as well as anybody on the team. There are a few other players that do it really well, and when I see it, I'll show it and I'll say it. I can't remember exactly who it is, but there's another player. Veneruso is the other player. If you watch him, you can really zoom in on what he does with his lower half. Check again over to first, not in time. But his lower half will move on every pitch, and he just holds his hands back, and when he decides that it's time to swing, another check over to first. Strange check. D'Amato hadn't left the bag. And there's a check over to first. This one swung on, hit left side, and over the head of the shortstop. So another single, back-to-back singles from the top of the lineup. D'Amato and then Cicada, number 1 and then number 11. Both with singles. Both with pull-side singles. And that brings up the source of today's power, Dylan Ketch. Dylan Ketch is 2 for 2. He has the home run and the single. He's looking to make it 3 for 3. And he's in a good spot. The Seahawks certainly looking for more runs to put up on that board. Great situation. 2 runners on, nobody out. Dylan Ketch is showing bunt. He's going to keep it down. He lays it down. Good bunt. He has a chance to get over to first. He won't, so a sacrifice bunt. 5-3. And now, 2 runners in scoring position with just the 1 out. Let's talk about the ways that we get a run scored here. Ground ball, middle infield, scores a run. Pitching coach comes out. There is a pitcher warming up in the pen. Warming up as in fully throwing. Number 31. We'll see if they end up going to him. If he would have been called in, he would have been called in by now. So they're not going to go to him yet. Robbie Rolls is the pitcher in the bullpen. So Solomon will stay in the game. The ways that a run scores here: base hit, fly ball, ground ball to the middle infield. Anywhere but at the corners would score the runner from third. So basically, if Canute's able to put the ball in play, we're going to score a run. And the third baseman is playing back behind the bag, so a ground ball to third base would score the runner from third, most likely, unless it's hit directly at him. We'll see. But basically, if Canute's able to put the ball in play, it will garner a run. He's down on the count 0-1. Ball hit right side. Great play by the second baseman to snag it. He throws to first, and it's not in time. Off of the heel of the glove of the first baseman, and 2 runs will score. So there it is. The ball was put in play up the middle. Runner from third scores. That was Matt D'Amato. And then on the throw from the second baseman over to the first baseman, it just wasn't exactly where the second baseman, number 9, would have wanted to put it. The first baseman attempted to pick it. He wasn't able to. It hit off the heel of his glove, bounced up and away from him, and that allowed for Cicada to score from second. So that sacrifice bunt looking very important right now. This one hit hard, very hard out to center field. The center fielder's there. He's under it. He makes the catch. So that will retire McCarthy on the well-hit fly ball to center field. The wind is really whirling up there in center field, so it was close to a misplayed center field ball. He did end up making the catch. He got under it. It can be very difficult to be an opposing player, never having played at Reynolds Field, and then coming here and feeling the effects of the wind on the baseball. He made the play. 2 outs now. Petrosino at the plate. First pitch to him was a curveball. It was inside. But again, that bunt really coming back to benefit the Seahawks. This one hit up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, and it's going to get through. And there goes Canu. He's going to hustle over to third. He's going to be there standing up. So runners on first and third. Single by Tyler Petrosino. The shortstop, Galindez, would have had a chance at it, but it's just a reaction from the pitcher to go and attempt to snag it with the glove. So he attempts to snag it. He wasn't able to. It bounced off his glove and then bounced past where the shortstop was. So Galindez wasn't able to make the play, and that allows Tyler Canu to get all the way to third base. Here's Brandon Grover with an RBI opportunity. They're already up 4-1, or 4-0, pardon me. First pitch to Grover. Good curveball in there for a strike. So Solomine up in the count 0-1. This one swung on, fouled off. Grover does have a hit today. It was a single. And he popped out to shortstop in his second at-bat. The 0-2 pitch bounced. And a stolen base for Tyler Petrosino. He trots over to second base. Good dirt ball read. Now there's two runners in scoring position. And with the speed of Petrosino over at second base, anything hit into the outfield for a base hit will score two. Petro can really fly. This one taken low, so the count moves to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counts 2-2. There are 2 outs. There's 2 runners on. A lot of twos. Pivotal spot here. If the Seahawks are able to add on, it makes it really tough for Mitchell College. Solomine kicks. He delivers. This one swung on, hit right side, but foul. Keep in mind, we're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Chasing 4 runs is going to be difficult enough. The Seahawk bullpen is fully locked and loaded. All arms, maybe excluding Andrew Roman. Well, Andrew Roman definitely excluded. All arms beside Andrew Roman would be available for the pen. This one swung on, fouled off. Loud contact on that foul ball. This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat. The outfield shaded slightly in. Swung on and missed. It was a curveball from Solomine, so that will end the inning. Brandon Grover goes down swinging. 2 runs scored in the inning off of the error on the throw from the second baseman, and that allowed for Matt D'Amato and the shortstop, Dustin Takeda, to score. The Seahawks are on top. Score 4-0. Top of the 6th on the way when we come back, and it will be Nick Santo. He's going to get a chance to go 4. We'll be back shortly. Well, welcome back to the top half of the 6th inning. It is exciting to see Nicholas Santo out there again for his 4th inning of work. Through the 3 innings, he's only thrown 39 pitches. Part of the reason he's back out there for the 4th, his 4th, and he starts it off with a strike. He has been commanding the fastball, commanding the curveball, and his cutter has been sharp, and he's been commanding it as well. He hasn't gone to it all that much because of how well his curveball has been playing for him. There's the cutter. He gets a swing and miss on it. This is De La Cruz. the 3-hitter. He's their best hitter, hitting very close to that 400 mark. Came in today's game at 398. This one popped up right field. There's Petrosino. He's chasing. He's under it. He makes the catch. Sure-handed as it gets. He throws it back in. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So another efficient at-bat for Nick Santo. Only through strikes. And now we have the second of the Jaworski brothers. This is Hunter Jaworski. To talk about Petrosino for a second, he's a sure-handed outfielder, as sure-handed as it gets. Curveball, unbelievable. Nicholas Santo. As sure as it gets out in right field is Tyler Petrosino, but he also has a cannon. He has shown it off multiple times. He has more than one outfield assist. There's a fastball in her half, misses. But he's as sure-handed as it gets with the glove, but he has a cannon. He's one of the reasons he's the right fielder because Matt D'Amato is an elite-level defender. I mean, part of the reason he was first-team all-conference last year is, well, he was a great hitter. He's as good as it gets. But he's an elite defender as well in the outfield. Great curve on Nick Santo. Now there's 2 strikes in the count. He's up in the count 1-2. But Petrosino is just – it's like a RPG that's locked to his shoulder. He can get rid of that ball in a hurry with velocity. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off. And he's always just waiting. He's as competitive as it gets in all the right ways, but he's waiting for the moment that somebody tries to test him, whether that's trying to get home and he wants to throw the guy out at the plate, or he's looking for a guy to extend a single into a double. He's always looking for those moments. This one chopped. There's shortstop Cicada. Plays it well. Throws first. It is in time for the play. 2 outs. This is fun to watch. Nicholas Santo is pitching as well as he has ever pitched, in front of my eyes at least. But he's locating everything, just how he'd like. The balls that he is allowing to be hit via, what I mean by that is batters that are not striking out. The contact that is being generated off of those batters' bats are not hard contact. That one was a chopper to the shortstop. The last one was a pop-up to the right fielder. So he is doing everything the right way. He's up in the count 0-1 after the beautiful curveball. Another curveball. Oh, just missed. Good curveball. Count evens up with 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll see if he goes to the fastball here. He might challenge the hitter low and in. Curveball. Hit right side. Petrosino there. He's under it. Makes the catch on the run. Nice play. Petrosino. Better inning. Nick Santo. What a day. We'll see if a reliever comes in for the Seahawks. But Santo has been efficient as it gets. He's at 47 pitches through 4 innings of work. He might have a chance to go 5. We'll see. All we know for now is the bottom of the 6th is coming up, and we got some hitters ready to do just that. Hit. Bottom 6 on the way. Bottom 6 is where we're at. This is Niall Silverman joining you from the beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. We're watching a beautiful game. Anytime the Seahawks are on top, it's beautiful to watch. And so we've been seeing a lot of beauty here recently, that's for sure. To lead it off is Jared Beniers. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it is for a ball. Don't bunt at balls. That's the key. The new pitcher in the game is Robbie Rolls from Mitchell College. He's a tall right-handed pitcher. We'll see what's in his arsenal. He's throwing a fastball. There's the changeup. Inside, called for the strike. That might be the furthest inside to a right-handed batter that a pitch has been called for a strike so far today, which more or less means that changeup is moving quite a bit. The count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes Rolls. And now the curveball hit left side and in for a base hit. 2 base hits on the day for Jared Beniers. Bingo. He's got 2 of the 5 cards punched. If you want bingo, you need 5 in a row. He's got 2 in a row. We'll see if he can get more. And that brings up Chris Veneruso. Veneruso, 1 for 2 on the day. RBI single. He had the pivotal second RBI. You always want to get it to more than 1. He lays down to bunt, doesn't bunt. Pitch was outside. It was the slider. So we have now seen what most likely will be all 3 of the pitches that Rolls throws. There's the changeup, the fastball, and that was a slider. A reliever with a 4-pitch mix that command all 4 is about as rare as it gets. You don't see it, so I'm sure that those are the only pitches that he throws, the changeup, the slider, and the fastball. We've now seen all of them, and we can relay that information so the next batter is in line. Of course, it is possible he throws a 4th pitch, but not all that likely. Veneruso, 1-1 count. Beniers has a stolen base so far in today's game. Check over to first, not in time. He's on first, extends the lead. He might go for it. Good hold there by Veneruso. Changeup located well from Rolls if he's looking to get a swing and miss pitch or a rollover pitch. They are looking for 2, obviously, here. He threw the changeup. It started about knee-high, maybe even thigh-high, outside and away, and it just broke out of the zone. Good hold from Veneruso. This one hit right side. There's a long chase for the right fielder, but it's going to be a foul ball. Good piece of metal. Benny connected. Barreled it, but it was foul. Count's now 2-2. Locked in a battle. Veneruso wants to win this. I mean, if you think about it, Veneruso wants to keep his average up. He has to go 2 for 4 every day. He's hitting that well. He needs to go 500 to keep raising his average. Two strikes on him. Beniers extends his lead slightly. Watch for the changeup. It's a fastball up in the zone. Well, now it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Veneruso has a good plate approach. We'll see if he's. Well, we'll see the direction of how this goes. He knows the zone well. The pitch from Rolls. Swung on, hit up the middle. Great play by the shortstop. He flips to second, but it's not in time. Woo! Bingo beat him to the bag. That has a chance to be a single. It appears for now to be a fielder's choice, but Beniers might have beat the second baseman to the bag. We'll see. That brings up Matt D'Amato. He's going to square around to bunt, and he will most likely lay it down. This will be a sacrifice situation. He pulls back. Check back to second. Well, that was the information that Mitchell College was looking for. Matt D'Amato pulled back. He was going to slash that opportunity, although now that they know that, he might lay it down. Runners on first and second. He shows bunt. Rolls, kicks. It's going to be a slash. Swung on. Ooh, swung on and missed. And we'll see what he does again here. He's going to show bunt most likely. I'd be shocked if he didn't. And we'll see if he pulls back to slash or if he actually puts it down, because it could go either way. But it appears now he's just going to simply swing away. No slash. Oh, it is. So there's the bunt. He's laying it down. We'll see if he pulls back. First baseman crashes hard. He pulls back. It's going to be a slash. No. Ball down. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the thing. The pitcher wants to get to 2 strikes here, because once you get to 2 strikes, you know D'Amato's not going to lay down the bunt, so you don't have to have the first baseman crashing into like the 45-foot range. Here it is again. D'Amato lays down the bunt for now. Rolls, kicks, slash, hit, left side. It is play made by the third baseman and the shortstop. What a play. What a play. Wow. Goldinez is playing that shortstop position really well today. He had a sliding play to his right, took him into the hole. He gets up, fires it immediately over to the third baseman just in time for the force play over at third base. So that'll turn everything into a fielder's choice. It would have been a single otherwise for D'Amato, but it'll turn into a fielder's choice. Again, runners on first and second, now 1 out. Good speed on the bases. 2-hitter Dusty Cicada up. And after his hit in his last at-bat, he's on an 11-game hit streak. The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Fastball out at half. Counts even. 1-1. Not much of a shift. Goldinez playing a little bit towards the middle. We'll see if he retreats back to more towards the 6-hole. He doesn't really. So the left side of the infield a bit opened up. Change up. Called for a ball. Inside. It was similar to the pitch against Veneruso that was, as I said, as inside a pitch had been to a right-handed hitter that was called for a strike. It was called for a ball there. Rolls now down to the count 2-1. Veneruso with a big lead. This one hit right side, but foul. Count even again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rolls, looks, checks over to second. Veneruso, big lead. Goldinez retreats. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit right side, in for a single. There's going to be a play at the plate. There goes Veneruso. His wheels are going to get him there without a throw. So he's up, and there goes D'Amato over to third base, standing up. Good piece of base running by him. Recognizes the situation. A bit of a blundered play by the first baseman. Didn't pick it perfectly clean. Got away from him slightly, and that gave D'Amato the chance to get over to third base. And as we all know, 1 out, runner on third base, that just opens up the game a little bit. The score is now 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th, and that will be potentially it for Rolls' day. We'll see. And that will be it. So Rolls' day is done. He went 1/3 of an inning. A run scored. It was earned. He has 2 runners on base. Both of them would be his runs if they come in to score. So number 16 will be the new pitcher for Mitchell College, and we'll get a chance to see what he brings to the table. He'll obviously show all that he's got here in his warm-up pitches. The pitcher, number 16, is Kevin Vining. He's a junior from Wallington, Connecticut. Wallingford, Connecticut. Attended Sheehan High School. He's a tall left-handed pitcher, 6'4", 185. And he's got himself a big spot here. Obviously, Mitchell College is coming into this game playing against Salve Regina University. It's non-conference, but it makes a big difference because there was a poll released today or yesterday, possibly today. It was today or yesterday. And it had the Northeast region ranked. It had Salve Regina at 7. At 6 was Roger Williams. And at 4 was the team we are currently playing, and that's Mitchell College. So if the Salve Seahawks are able to go 4-0 in the week before the weekend, we'll have obviously 2 more this weekend. But if they're able to go 4-0 in the week play this this week and have 2 wins against 2 teams ranked higher than us, it's possible that Salve catapults themselves into the top 4 and overtakes Mitchell College. We'll obviously see how those who vote for these types of things vote, but Salve has been playing really well as of recent. They did not have a particularly great Florida trip. They had a lot of very good competition they played against, but the offense wasn't rolling down in Florida. There was still a lot of, I guess, uncertainty as to who was going to be in the lineup for a lot of different reasons. It all culminated to a few games where the Seahawks didn't score as much as they would have liked, and they ended up losing 4 games pretty quick in the season. They are now 19-9 and 2. They do have the 2 ties. Both of those were in conference. They're undefeated in conference, but they have the 2 ties. And those came on back-to-back days. Nichols and Roger Williams. I guess technically, for sequential sake, it was Roger Williams then Nichols. Well, I had it wrong. It was Nichols then Roger Williams, so 3rd time's the charm, huh? The count is 1-0 to Dylan Ketch. He squares the bunt. He lays it down, but it's foul. And that was cool. Tyler Canoe reached out his bat, stopped the ball. I found it cool. He's on deck. We'll see if Ketch lays it down again here, and if it's a sacrifice or if it's a suicide squeeze. Another check over to first, not in time. Cicada back safely. On a suicide squeeze, the runner is taking off from third. And if you don't lay it down, he is hosed. With the sacrifice squeeze, you're not going to send the run from third, but you'll send him now. There goes D'Amato. He's caught up between third and home plate. It's a pickle. There he goes. And he's down. He's tagged out. So 1-2-5-2. And Dylan Ketch stands on second base. Laid down the bunt. If that was a suicide squeeze, that would have been one that worked. But it was a sacrifice bunt. And so D'Amato's not taking off immediately. He's waiting to see if the ball is actually put down in play. And if it's put into play, then he takes off. That's what you do. That's what the play is. And the ball was basically bunted right back to the pitcher, but you don't have time to really think about that if you're on third base because you're just looking for, is that ball getting down? So he sees the ball get down, takes off, and then it was just right back to the pitcher. So the pitcher made a pretty easy play to retire D'Amato over at third base. Dylan Ketch did get to second, and Cicada did get to third. So 2 runners are in scoring position for Canoe. He swings and misses over that one, so now the count's 0-2. It was a good slider from Vining there. Scores 5-0, 2 runs in scoring position. You'd love to see that cashed in. That would really break this one open. Here's Vining, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit left side. Good job by Ketch. But a better job by the shortstop. Godinez is playing it really well. Ketch had a nice play. He just stops right in front of where that ball is, messes with the eyesight of the shortstop. It works about half the time because he can't see. And Dylan Ketch is just, he's experienced enough to know how to do that. But anyways, the shortstop Godinez made the play through to first. It was in time. The score is 5-0. We'll see who comes out here for the Seahawks in the top half of the 7th. Most likely with the end of Santos' day, he went 4 beautifully strong innings. The top half of the 7th is on the way when we come back. Seahawks on top. Score 5-0. And welcome back to the top half of the seventh. The new pitcher in the game for the Salve Regina Seahawks is number 32, the captain, the junior, the one and only. It's Tommy Del Vecchio. He'll be facing Falk to lead it off here for Mitchell College, and he starts it off with a strike. The key to success for Tommy Del Vecchio, and it has been success. He's rocking with a 1.69 ERA, and he's only allowed runs in 2 of the games he's pitched in. This one's hit high, left field. D'Amato's going to have to give chase. Tough play, but he's there and he makes the catch. Nice play, Matt D'Amato. That one was hit hard. But Del Vecchio's ball moves us so much that he just barely missed the barrel on that one, and that is accredited to the amount of movement that Tommy Del Vecchio gets on his ball. But he's only allowed runs in 2 of the games he's pitched, and he has a 1.69 ERA, which leads all relievers that are qualified for the Salve Regina bullpen. And it's second on the team, only to Dom Parachi, who leads the nation. He's now down to the count 1-0. We'll see if we see the slider. We do. Beautiful. There. Strike. Count evens up 1-1. Del Vecchio has his set. He likes to work quick. He does again here. Again with the slider. Just missed. Count moves 2-1. Del Vecchio was recruited to Salve Regina University as a shortstop, so his transition to pitcher has been remarkable. He's been of elite level as he misses the fastball there. Count moves to 3-1. He's been elite for him out of the bullpen. He's pitching high leverage situations as well. And he has not failed to do his job. He's succeeded so far this year. The 1.69 ERA speaks for that. He is down to the count here, 3-1. He goes the slider, and he misses it low. So first base goes Jose. Up next is Robbins. Owen Robbins is the batter now. Time's being called. I'm not sure for what. Pinch runner. So number 35, Jose, will come out of the game for a pinch runner. We can't identify him by number quite yet. We'll get that soon for you. But for now, runner on first base. Owen Robbins at the plate. He's the 8-hitter. He does have wheels. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to shortstop and a strikeout looking. The first pitch to Robbins. Upstairs for a ball. So again, the count not in the favor of Tommy Del Vecchio. It's 1-0. 42 is the pinch runner. That's Elijah Morton. He's a sophomore from New London, Connecticut. Good pitch there from Del Vecchio, called for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Morton looking to steal. Doesn't. Ball hit right side, well out of play. So now the count's 1-2. There's a big pitch to win there for Del Vecchio. He gets himself ahead in the count. That really opens things up. He can go with the slider off the plate in a way that you can't do if you're behind the count, because his slider is wipeout. It will move a significant amount horizontally. He might go to it here. Ball hit out of play again. That appeared to be the fastball, but he stays up in the count 1-2. There's quick hands there's quick hands all over the infield, but there's quick hands especially up the middle. Well, not even especially. McCarthy has unbelievably quick hands. But the middle can turn that double play very, very quick. If he's able to get a rollover on a slider, could go for 2. I'm sure they'll go with either an inside fastball or the slider. They go with the slider. Hit. Oh! Oh, they got him over at first base. Okay, so how that play just went, it was crazy. Cicada, the shortstop, ball was hit very hard up the middle. He goes over. Can't make the play. It bounces off of his chest. Veneruso dives while keeping his foot on the bag, tries to get it. It's out of his reach. Cicada goes back, picks up the ball with his bare hand and fires it to first in time to get the runner headed over to first. That will retire Robbins. There are now 2 outs. There is a runner on second. That is the pinch runner, Morton. And now the 9-hitter, Adorno, is at the plate. They are really looking to drive a runner in here. To get to the 8th inning scoreless while down 5 is about as tough a situation as you're going to get. The 9-hitter also 0 for 2 on the day. He has a strikeout swinging, and he grounded out to the first baseman. Check over to second. Not in time. The count's 1-0. Beadle takes his set, delivers. Good slider off the plate, though. He's now slightly deleveraged at 2-0. He is facing the 9-hitter. But the top of the order's up next, and the top of the order has a lot of power and has hit really well over the course of the year. He's looking to get his final out here. Of course, the 2-0 pitch, good fastball in there for a strike. Outside corner, pinpoint accuracy. He painted that one. Two-one. Delvecchio looking to get himself even. The 2-1 pitch just missed, so it was down in the zone. Fastball. The count's 3-1. He's going to attack here. It's the 9-hitter. He checks second. He kicks. He delivers. And he missed. Down low. Runners now on first and second. Leadoff hitter. Gardenia's the shortstop. That doesn't seem right. De La Cruz is up now. Must be a pinch hitter. De La Cruz has been the 3-hitter, although they do have another set of brothers, the Yawoski brothers. Number 11, Robbie De La Cruz. So there are in fact 2 De La Cruz brothers. So there are 2 sets of brothers on this team at least. We've seen both of them. De La Cruz Dougie De La Cruz is the one that the senior that's hitting .398 coming into today's game. This is his sophomore brother, Robbie. This one hit right side, could get through. Veneruso's there. He makes the play. He throws to first. Oh, boy, big-time play. Chris Veneruso. Great job, Tommy DeVecchio, to get us out of that top half of the 7th. So the Seahawks staff has been scoreless through 7. We're headed to the bottom half of this inning. It's 5-0. Seahawks on top. Hitters when we come back. Welcome back, Bottom 7 Baseball. This is Niall Silverman, and I'm being joined along by Will McCarthy, who's at the plate. First pitch swinging, popped up, out of play. McCarthy on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored. He's leading off here for the Seahawks. He has done that once before, and in that at-bat he walked. The count evens up to him here, 1-1. A big hole up the middle for him. Both the shortstop and second baseman are playing in their respective holes. This one hit right side. Hit hard. Wind's blowing. Right fielder is there, and he makes the catch. That one was hit on a line. It just happened to be right at the right fielder. So a loud out for McCarthy, his second loud out of the day, to no avail. And that brings up number 15, the right fielder, Tyler Petrosino. Petrosino has the single in today's game. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to him, upstairs for a ball. And the gap is opened up for him in left center field. If he's able to connect the ball and drive it the other way, it could be potentially a triple, definitely extra base hits, or definitely extra bases. The outfielders are shaded towards right center, trying to protect against a pull side double. But the opposite side is open. The 1-1 pitch, outside, slider, Vining. Vining has his set. He kicks, he delivers. Petro bunts, left side, but foul. And that evens up the count. Back to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Vining goes to the slider here. It's been wipeout so far today. The 2-2 pitch, kick, deliver. It was the slider, and it was a good one. Petrosino swung on and missed there. And that'll do it. 2 up, 2 down. Quickly, Vining now trying to get out of the inning in a 1-2-3 fashion. It's been a rarity for the Mitchell College pitching staff so far today. It's a rarity for any pitching staff when you're playing against Salve Regina University. It's happened once so far, possibly twice here. We'll see how it goes. Grover's obviously looking to make sure that doesn't happen. The gap in left center field still open. He squares the bunt. He pulls back. It was a strike. Vining has looked sharp so far today. Vining's a junior reliever. Vining has his set. He's been working quick. There's the slider, and it's a beautiful slider in there for strike 2. So now he is 1 strike away from completing the second 1-2-3 inning of the day for Mitchell College. Here's Vining. Has his set. He kicks. He delivers. It's a fastball. It's hit right side. Second baseman's there. Nice play. Throw first in time. So that'll do it for the Seahawks in the bottom half of the 7th. They go 1-2-3, and we are going to be headed to the top half of the 8th when we come back. Welcome back to the top half of the eighth. Jaworski, number 1, is up first here for the opposing team. On the mound for the Seahawks is a new pitcher. It is Daniel Menente. He has an ERA under 2. He is trailing only Tommy Del Vecchio in terms of reliever ERA. So we're going to get a chance to see him here. He has a great fastball. That's his primary pitch, and he also has some off-speed stuff that he'll go to occasionally to generate swing and misses, but it also can be used just simply for a strike. He'll be up or down in the count and go to a changeup or a curveball. A curveball there. Great curveball. It had the hitter fooled. It was called for a ball. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. During the break, what you missed was Declan O'Hara with an impressive jump to catch the ball from Brandon Grover as he threw it back in on a line. And Declan got up to at least 10 feet to catch the ball. This one hit up the middle. Venerusso's going to be a tough play. He wasn't able to make the play. Gets into center field. It would have been off the charts. That's definitely a single. Just the second hit for the Mariners here today. And a leadoff hit for the Mariners. Here's Menente. He has his set. Runner on first, nobody out. Slider, great pick, Dylan Ketch. Menente checks over to first. Good speed. In Jaworski over at first. Menente kicks, delivers. It's the fastball, and it's inside, but is called for a strike. Good pitch. That's the two-seam. A lot of inward break on his fastball. And after that strike, the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball would be ideal. They're looking to go with it, and there it is. There's the curveball. Great pitch by Menente. We'll see if he goes for that again, but throws it about a foot lower in the zone. It's going to be tough to get a barrel on it and drive it to a gap. If he's able to locate a 1-2 curveball down like that, might generate the ground ball that Menente's looking for. It is the curveball, but it's too low, and it gets past the catcher, but there's going to be a throw to second. It's close. He's safe, though. Wow. For a ball to get past the catcher all the way back to the backstop and for it to be that close over at second base, wow. He's in there safely, though, so now there's a runner at second base with nobody out. Score is 5-0. Game's not out of reach, to say the least, if you're Mitchell College. And there is strike 3, outer half fastball. Got him looking. Great pitch, Menente. The hitter just couldn't catch up to it. He's in the dugout, throws his bat. He's not happy. Second base runner there. There is 1 out. It was a pivotal first out. And now he starts off this at-bat with a strike. So Menente getting ahead early. That is all that you're asking for here. Now that there is that situation where you have a runner on second base and there were no outs, you're just looking to get ahead early and often. If you're going to find yourself throwing strikes, you want to throw strikes that hitter can't time up. If you're up in the count 0-2, a hitter's going to have a very tough time catching up to a fastball when Menente throws it at about 88 to 89 miles an hour. They have to be also expecting the off-speed stuff. So you want to see him get ahead so he can really utilize that fastball. He just missed there with a fastball. Cicada playing up the middle. And now retreats back to the 6-hole. There's the curveball. Ooh, got him. Swung on and missed, and he missed big time there. Menente had him beat by probably about 1.5 foot, a downward break. The hitter at the plate just did not account for. He swung over it by a wide margin. Now Menente is up in the count at 1-2. We'll see if he elevates a fastball or keeps the changeup down. Oh, just missed. It went behind the hitter. The hitter did a very good job of staying in the box, but the curveball from Menente literally went behind him. So you are very happy to see that. If you're up on the mound, Daniel Menente almost puts a runner on, but instead it's just ball 2. This is Hunter Jaworski. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit right side, but foul into the opposing team dugout. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, we'll see if Menendez decides to elevate a fastball or put a curveball down. I'm sure he's going to look for a swing and miss pitch here. Cicada retreats. Back to the 6-hole. There's the pitch. Swung on, hit right side, but foul. There was a trend early in the game with Colano on the mound where this Mitchell squad was just fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch many times. As I said earlier, the final line for Colano was 2 innings pitched. He gave up no hits. He only had 1 walk. Hit by pitch. But he threw 60-some pitches, so they really were making him work just to get the outs. We haven't seen that quite as much here. This one hit hard, very hard out to left field. D'Amato's going to have a chance at the play, and he makes the play on the run. What a play. Matt D'Amato, full sprint over, makes the backhanded catch, and that gets the second out of the inning and keeps the runner over at second base. A big-time play by a big-time player in a big-time spot. You do not want to have that first runner for Mitchell College score. It would have been a double, and that would have had a run score and another runner in scoring position. And this game is only 5-0. That's not out of reach with 2 innings of work. Menendez now has 2 outs. This one hit right side. Could be tough. There's Petrosino. He's on the run, and he makes the catch. So just like that, some great defensive work from the outfielders here for the Seahawks. We'll end this one in the 8th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Hopefully the final frames for the Seahawk hitters. There's a new pitcher in the game. It's number 3. We'll have all the information you need when we come back. We're headed to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Seahawks are on top. Score 5-0. And welcome back to the bottom half of the 8th inning here in this pivotal game against Mitchell College, a non-conference but rival game competing for the top spot in the Northeast. With the Seahawks convincingly winning yesterday against Roger Williams and now today up 5-0 against the 4 seed in the Northeast, Mitchell College, there could be some shakeup with Salve Regina moving up in the standings. It appears to be a pinch hitter is in the game for the Seahawks. Jake Mitchell, the freshman, getting a chance to hit here in the bottom half of the 8th. He's hitting for the DH Beniers. Beniers had a great day, went 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Mitchell with a good eye holds off that fastball in the outer half. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sam Majewski is the new pitcher here for Mitchell College. He's a right-hander, 6'2". 1-1 count. The pitch to Mitchell, inner half, and he fouls it off. Mitchell had been playing really well. He'd been having great rounds in batting practice, the rounds that we have on the field for hours on end, where we just get a chance to see kind of what a guy's swing can do, and the coaching staff gets a feel for the guy's swings. Mitchell's been putting the ball deep into the gap, so he's getting a chance to hit here. He hits this one the left side. Third baseman makes the play, throws to first. That's in time to retire Mitchell, so the leadoff out comes via the third baseman. Throw into the first baseman to retire our first baseman, Jake Mitchell. Now 1 out, and Chris Veneruso steps up to the plate. Veneruso has 2 hits, but he has reached base in every at-bat. He scored on a fielder's choice back in the 6th. That one's off the plate. Veneruso starts the count up. Pardon me. Veneruso is 1 for 3 with a pop-up to the pitcher, with a ground out to the pitcher and a single, and then the fielder's choice that he scored on. That one's called for a strike. That's probably the most inside a fastball has been up in the zone. So Veneruso has been the victim of 2 probably of the most questionable calls inside to right-handed hitters. It was a changeup down to him last at-bat, and then this time that fastball was up in the zone. And now the count moves to 1-2. The check swing by Veneruso. Home plate umpire says that he went. So now the pitcher is in a comfortable spot, 1-2. We're going to get a chance to see what Majewski goes with when he has room to work. We'll see. It's a curveball down. So the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Seahawks up 5-0. In the bottom of the 8th, but Veneruso never done, never satisfied. He's also looking to raise that average. His only way to do that is to have 2 hits in every game. He hits this one right side. It's going to be a tough play for the right fielder. He's there. He makes the catch. Nice play by number 2 over in right field for Mitchell College. That was a tough play. He made it look relatively easy. That ball was on a line. It wasn't really popped up. It didn't have a lot of launch angle to it. It was a low line drive, and he on the run made the play. It was to his forehand side. It's a lot tougher to make those plays to the backhand side, the way that Matt D'Amato did back in the top half of this inning. He bats now, and he takes ball 1. D'Amato has also reached 3 times today, a single, a hit by pitch, and a fielder's choice, and it was very close to being another single. Just a great play by the former shortstop to make the stop and make the throw over to third base. He has now been replaced by number 11 for Mitchell College, number 11 being Robbie De La Cruz. Now Matt D'Amato swings through a fastball, just missed. And now the count's 1-2. So Majewski is 1 out away from another 1-2-3 inning. Looking to go with a high fastball. He leaves it low. Ball's hit second base. Second base is there. Nice play. Throws to first in time to retire the speedy runner, Matt D'Amato. Great play by Madorno to make the play and throw it to first, and that'll do it here for the Seahawks in the bottom half of the 8th. It's going to be Ryan Holman coming in to close this thing off for the Salve Regina University Seahawks. And we'll be right back to watch him. Welcome back to the top half of the ninth. The Seahawks are looking to close this one out the right way with another win. Ryan Homan is into the game for the Seahawks. This is his second appearance on the year. His first was sharp. He had 2 strikeouts, pitched 1 inning. He went scoreless. Falk is at the plate. He has one of the 2 hits for them so far today. Homan's a hard-throwing right-hander. He does have a few off-speed pitches that he's able to mix pretty well. We'll see what he's able to do here against a very good hitting squad, and he's right in the middle of it, facing Falk. And after Falk, he will be seeing Jose and then Robbins. 6, 7, 8 is what's due up for Mitchell College. Number 42, Elijah Morton, would be due up for Jose unless he is pinch hit 4. He was the pinch runner that ran after the Jose walk. That one from Homan in there for a strike, so that'll get things full. Good way to start off the ninth. Some excitement here. Here's Homan. The kick, deliver, pitch, swung on, hit hard. Dusty Cicada under his glove. It's into left field. Matt D'Amato is there. Grover is there to field the ball and throw it back in. So just like that, hit number 3 of the day for the Mariners from Mitchell College. And head coach Eric Sorella is out from the dugout. That might be it for Ryan Homan so far today. And that will be it. Into the game comes the big right-hander, Graham Jeffries. He's going to run in from the dugout, and he's going to have a chance to close this thing off. Graham Jeffries has been one of the best not defensive, but one of the best relief pitchers for the Salve Regina Seahawks this year. He has been electric. In his last appearance, he started against Eastern Connecticut State, who's the 1 seed in the Northeast region. They're also ranked 2 in the nation. So he pitched there. He had a very effective day. He basically had a curveball that he left somewhat in the middle of the plate. It was just a good piece of hitting by the hitter at that time. But he drove it over the wall for a 3-run home run. He then went another 3 innings from there, allowing 2 more runs. But he was effective and efficient. And on top of that, he also had 4 strikeouts to his name, I believe. He's a hard-throwing right-hander. And he's going to face 7, 8, 9 for the Seahawks. And there it is. He's looking sharp so far today. His job is to come in and throw strikes. They're up by 5. The runner on first has wheels. There's a lot of insurance for him, but they didn't want to get it to where there's runners on first and second, possibly a run scores. Now there's runners on second and third and a few runs. They wanted to go right to Graham Jeffries to shut the door on this Mariner offense. And there's another curveball for him. In warm-ups, he's looking beyond sharp. Again, there is one job for Graham Jeffries here. It is throw strikes early and often. His stuff will play for itself. He's not going to have to do anything besides locate pitches. When you're up by 5, it's just about getting him in there. If you're up by 1, you're a bit more precise with I'm trying to go inside, I'm trying to go outside, I'm trying to go north-south. And he'll still be doing that subconsciously or consciously. But when you're up by 5, it's just about throwing strikes. His stuff is going to play. Another curveball from him. It looked good. He also has the help of a great defense. Number 42, so it will be Elijah Morton who gets the chance to hit here. Pivotal spot for him. As soon as the Seahawks get their first out of this inning, the complexion of the game changes. With no outs, there's still, the chance at a run for the Mitchell Mariners. Once you get that first out, it becomes a heck of a lot harder to score 5. That's what the Mariners are chasing, obviously. You want to end the run. And here we go. Jeffries looks in, has his sign. He's ready to go. He kicks, he delivers. First pitch from him. Fastball a little bit high. 1-0 is the count. Center fielder Brandon Grover shifted over slightly towards the right side. Matt D'Amato playing left center, shaded towards left center. And a ball was missed there, so Graham Jeffries is now down on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. This is a pinch runner who's now hitting, so there's good wheels at the plate. 2-0. In there for a strike. Big time, big spot. Needed that one. He got it. So the count's now 2-1. He's shown the fastball a few times. We'll see if he goes to the curveball or if he continues to attack with the fastball. Most likely the fastball here. It is a fastball. This one's popped up. Center field. It's going to be down for a base hit. Runners now on first and second with nobody out. So a tumultuous start to the 9th inning for the Seahawks here. Back-to-back hits. Runners on first and second, nobody out. There were only 2 hits coming into the 9th, and now back-to-back hits in the 9th. Jeffries set. He kicks, delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. He checks the runner over at first. Canu is back, not holding. Jeffries checks second and fires to the plate. That one's a tad bit low, it appears. Counts 1-1. Certainly a big at-bat here. If Mitchell's able to get another guy across onto first base without sacrificing an out, they really open things up for themselves. Their dugout is starting to get loud for the first time since maybe the 2nd inning. This right here is certainly a situationally leveraged at-bat. Jeffries set, counts 2-1, just went to the curveball, missed it up. We'll see if he goes back to it. It's the fastball swung on and missed. Big-time stuff. Now 2 swing and misses in this at-bat, both of them on the fastball. We'll see if Jeffries goes to the fastball again. It does not appear that the 9-hitter is able to get on top of it. Here he goes. 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, hit. Left field, it's going to be down for a base hit. Rounding second and getting into third is going to be a close play. It's not a close play, so a double, RBI double for the 9-hitter. And now Mitchell is going crazy. The Mariners get their first run off the bat of Adorno, and the leadoff spot is now back up, and the bullpen is back up. Eddie Hardiman takes off his sweatshirt and starts throwing. Robbie De La Cruz will be the pitch batter here. He batted earlier. First. He grounded out to shortstop in his last at-bat. Close play over at first, that was. He's now up in the count, 1-0. Curveball from Graham missed there. Well, things are getting interesting, to say the least, though. 1-0 pitch, it's a fastball, beautiful. Probably the hardest fastball of the day, either side. That one looked to be what you'd expect from Graham Jeffries, which is that low 90s fastball. Big time to even it up. And now he gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big time pitch there from Graham Jeffries. He now has some room to play. We'll see if he goes back to the curveball. A strikeout would be monumental. The Seahawks really need that first out. Once you get that first out, things become easier. Curveball, but low. Good block by Dylan Ketch at the plate. The Mariners have 2 runners in scoring position. This is actually Nicholas Raquel at the plate. Number 12. 2-2 pitch from Jeffries. It is in there for strike 3. Big time. Absolutely huge. Needed that in that exact moment. Had to have that first out, and you really want it to be the fastball. You really want it to be a strikeout, because with that runner on third, less than 2 outs, A ground ball anywhere in the infield with us playing back would have scored the runner from third. A fly ball would have scored it. Really, the only other thing that wouldn't have scored the runner from third was a ultra-shallow pop-up that was played by the infielders in the infield. Anything else would have scored the runner. So a big-time strikeout there from Graham Jeffries. Now there's one out. Now things get opened up. First pitch, curveball. Appeared to have missed, and it did. And this here is Robbie De La Cruz. One 0 pitch, again outside. 2-0. Another big spot. I mean, a ball put into the gap changes this game from 5-1 to 5-3. Once it's only a 2-run deficit, you're a home run away from tying the game. It's not out of the picture that this really does get troublesome for the Seahawks. And the man who is attempting to prevent all of that is Graham Jeffries. He just threw a big strike there. Fastball down at the knees on the outside corner. He got it. He's going to need another good pitch here. We'll see if he goes back to the fastball. It's been his best pitch today. Fastball missed low. 3-1. As is set. Here's Jeffries with the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on, hit right side, but well foul. Oh, right at the Mitchell bus. That'll leave a mark. Counts now 3-2. Runners on third and second. One out, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch, big spot. Pop up. Playable. Somebody's calling it.
Nobody's covering home plate.
And there's Canoe. Big time catch by Tyler Canoe. There was a lot of confusion there by the infielders. Tyler Canoe called everybody off and took it. And that is the second out of the inning. Pivotal, game-changing out number 2. Everything's different now. If that runner gets onto first base, then we have real issues. First of all, the tying run comes to the plate if that runner gets to first base right there. First of all, I mean, that is a big deal. Then Mitchell's just one swing away with their 2-hitter who's now up from tying the game. But that is not what is the current situation after the big-time pitch from the big man, Graham Jeffries, popped out. Now there are 2 outs. With 2 outs, it's a world of hurt for the Mariners. A lot tougher to score 4 when there's 2 on you, especially when you have Graham Jeffries going against you. The first pitch somehow missed. The count moves to 1-0. I cannot overstate how important it was that Graham Jeffries got that second out in that at-bat. I mean, talk about complexion, talk about leverage. It's both of those things. It's just a different ball game if that runner gets onto first base with only the 1 out. With 2 outs, things are different. 1-0 pitch from Graham in there for a strike. Big-time pitch. Count moves 1-1. Each pitch could be the last. McCarthy moving off the bag a little bit. Lefty at the plate, no shift. Veneruso maybe moved a bit towards the 3-4 hole. Here's the 1-1. Inside, missed. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Graham popped up, but out of play. Foul. Fan gets a chance at it. Was not able to come up with it. But I do see Miss Ramu going to make a play back there. She'll field the ground ball cleanly. Well, now here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Seahawks looking to end it. It's Graham Jeffries. He has his set. He kicks. He delivers the pitch. Swung on, hit. Left side. Will McCarthy giving chase. He has a shot. No, out of play. Again, we have 2-2. It appeared Graham went with the fastball there. We'll see if he tries to go with a curveball. His curveball is an A-plus pitch, but he hasn't been able to control it as well as he would like to so far today. We'll see if he goes back to it. It certainly would have the hitter caught off guard. He's able to locate it. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. He has his set. It's the fastball, but it's just low. And now 3-2, full count, big spot again, another big spot. Although the game is different with 2 outs and loaded bases, you still do not want to load the bases because you're up by 4. With loaded bases, the tying run comes to the plate, and it's the 3-hitter. The 3-2 pitch swung on, again fouled off. Huge, huge spot here. If this runner gets on, because we are still in a situation that's for the most part deleveraged. If he gets on here, it's a leverage spot. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Graham Jeffries has his set. Kicks, delivers, swung on, hit. Right field, Petrosino makes the catch, and that'll do it. Salve Regina takes another one, knocks off the 4 seed in the Northeast. Mitchell College goes down. 4 straight wins for the Seahawks here this week, and they've all been big ones. They took care of business against NYU, winning by a combined score of 25-7. Offensive clinic that day. They then took care of business against Roger Williams by a final score of 8-1, and now here against Mitchell College, they win 5-1. The pitching staff is going off. We got a chance to see a lot of arms here today, and they all did splendidly. And then we have a chance to see our guy go this weekend. Pat Maybach will be on the mound alongside Braden Clark in a big series again this weekend. The highlights of today's game, you got to go with Dylan Ketch. He does so much behind the plate. He does so much at the plate. But rarely is he a guy that you look at and say, you're going to go yard for us today. He did today, his first of the season, and it was the big one in the first to give the Seahawks a 1-0 lead. Folks, I hope to see you soon. It's going to be a home series this weekend back here in Newport, Rhode Island at historic Reynolds Field. And it will also be Senior Day. We have a good amount of seniors on our squad, including one of the pitchers, Patrick Maybach, the catcher, Dylan Ketch, the shortstop, Dustin Cicada, and many others that you will see on that day. We hope to see you soon. That'll do it today from Newport. The Seahawks go, and they win this one 5-1. Day off tomorrow, 2 on Saturday. We hope to see you then. Thanks for listening.